9397 Network and Hot 9397 presents Sapphire'S Soup du Jour with Just Bob, stirring the pot and serving the latest soup. Brought to you by Haylove Saloon, Adam's Apple, Janet'sCloset.com, and Janet'sDungeon.com.
Good morning. Oh boy, here we go. Ish.
What day is it now? Monday? Oh, Monday! Thank gosh it's Monday, my number one day. Back in the saddle at work I can shine. I love the rat race and the starting line is Monday. Thank gosh it's Monday. Sing with me,
Stupid music.
It's Monday. It's Monday. Thank gosh it's Monday.
You're the only moron in the whole world who actually likes Monday.
Stupid, but whatever. It's Monday.
Come on, Tommy, sing with me. Because it's Monday. Because it's Monday. Because it's Monday. M-O-N-D-A-Y,
I guess it's more coffee time. Good morning indeed. It is Monday. We are more than halfway through March already. And we're just getting started, it seems like. But here we are, March 21st already. It's unbelievable. And, oh boy, and now I got pop-ups on my computer starting, right? First thing in the morning on a Monday morning, trying to get the volumes right to get this show rolling. That'll work for now anyway. Good morning. We are live in the studio this morning on a beautiful spring morning. Spring has sprung, and I couldn't be happier. I love the springtime. So, good morning. Thanks for listening. Thanks for those that are watching on the live stream. We are not only on the 9397 app or wherever you listen to us, however it is you consume our product, we appreciate it. We are live streaming on 9397 Network's YouTube, 9397 Network's Facebook, Sapphire'S Soup du Jour's Facebook page. It's not always easy to get to. Sometimes you got to click the video tab to get to it. But regardless, let me get through this dumb song. Well, not dumb. I don't mean to be disrespectful to the Irish Rovers, but we're done with you. We got a lot to talk about. Springtime is here, and it's just different. Like, the smells are different. I believe it's because the earth is coming back to life, because all the trees and plants are blooming a little bit, budding a little bit, and they emit just the smallest amount of aroma. And combine it all together, you wake up in the morning and you go, hello, it smells delicious out here. That's just me. I love it. It's totally different. Even a cool, crisp morning. We were even talking about it yesterday at the Adam's Apple. And we are sponsored by Adam's Apple, Haylove Saloon, where men meet men, and everybody's welcome, including girls like me. We go over there and play pool. We play darts. They've got the coolest bartenders, Adam's Apple and Haylove Saloon. You start your day at Janet's Closet. We are sponsored by Janet'sCloset.com, Janet's Dungeon, Janet'sDungeon.com. Great online stores, discreet shipping, all you need for all your beauty and sexy needs, and for the toys, for the playtime, the adult playtime. They've got everything you need, everything you could want, and a couple things you never even thought would go there. They sell them. And they have ball gags too, but I chew through them within a week. So I don't use them anymore. I prefer, remember the old marbles, the Steelies? Can't chew through stainless steel. A huge ball of stainless steel. Even I can't chew through it with the jaw that I've got. So we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking Taco Bell. Yeah. We're going to be talking about happy places, how the bullying, and where's the happiest places on earth, and how does the two intertwine. Bullying is something that we always have dealt with, and some people even say, hey, it builds character. Bullying's a part of life. Is it? Should it be? Is it a normal thing, right? Is it normal for kids to bully, and at what point is it just making fun or bullying? Right. And I think a lot of that has to do with some people say, well, you need thick skin to get through life. Others say, I shouldn't need thick skin. You shouldn't be slicing at me with harsh words and with stuff like that. So there's two different ways to look at things. We're going to talk about Kanye West. This guy, I don't even know if I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the boots he was wearing the other day at the basketball game. I felt bad for that. I don't understand him. He doesn't understand him. But I just don't get it. I understand the heartbreak. I understand your girl's now with some guy that you don't approve of. Of course you're not going to approve of it. You're heartbroken. It's sad to see people play out a heartbreak through social media, especially when you're threatening people. Steve Harvey didn't take good to it, did he? Steve Harvey said, we come from an ass-whipping generation. So careful where you step. You know, he was talking about D.L. Hughley, Kanye going after D.L. Hughley apparently a little bit. And D.L. said, Steve Harvey said, you don't want to do that. We don't play. So, yeah, a lot to talk about. A lot going on in the world. Are we near the end? If so, wouldn't it be kind of cool to witness it? I don't know. I mean, everybody goes out some way. It'd be kind of cool to go out with, like just something extravagant. Like we were talking last night. What if the Earth just fell out of the solar system and we all just started floating away? And then boom, then we would just kind of implode, wouldn't we? After we hit a certain height of the atmosphere, we would just start splattering and exploding maybe. And then everybody that was floating underneath us would get human shrapnel all over them. That's one thing we did not talk about the other day that I wanted to. It was the anniversary of them blowing up that whale in Oregon. If you had not watched that before, you got to check that out. It was back in the 70s. They had I'll talk about it, but I don't have the picture now. I was going to show on my Facebook page or whatever, but there was a dead whale on the beach, a giant freaking whale, and they decided the best way to get rid of it was dynamite. And what goes up must come down. Pieces of dead whale carcass crushed a car. Right? I mean, so you imagine blowing to bits, literally, a humongous dead whale. Yeah, it was not the smartest thing that one could do. I don't know about poor life choices, but that was really a bad choice. Now, we start today with recognizing springtime's here. Right? It adds a whole different kind of thing. We open our windows up a little bit more. And even though the other day I was coming to work last week, I noticed I walk outside about 4:45 a.m. Eastern. And I notice it's 34 degrees out, but it didn't feel like it was 2 degrees above freezing. There's just like not that bite in the wind. It's just a different. I think the world is coming back to life. The cold wind goes away. The warmer wind prevails. It's just a beautiful time to wake. It's at times a beautiful time to be alive. But at least my opinion, I don't understand people that don't like being alive. I feel so bad for people like that. Like I wish they could. I feel like I'm missing something. Like how am I so happy when I've got troubles too? And I don't understand how. I don't know if I'm missing something or if other people are missing something, but somewhere along the line, you know. All right. Manhattan teacher. We're going all the way to New York for this one. Manhattan teacher who ate spaghetti, sucked on a man's nipple during Zoom class, returns to school 17 months after the nipple licking incident, angering students and parents. What? Shocked people about the return of the New York City teacher who sucked a man's nipple while eating spaghetti during a Zoom class. Welcome to America. Manhattan Spanish teacher yanked from the classroom after an investigation found that didn't take much of an investigation when you got it on film. She sucked on a man's nipple during a Zoom class. Now they're going, why are we allowed to have this woman back after that? One guy, a junior in high school, said, it's weird. It's wrong. It was embarrassing for her to come back. Other guys were probably thinking, I would like you to lick my nipple, please. The Department of Education removed Amanda Fletcher from Columbia Secondary School for Math, Science, and Engineering after investigators found she engaged in an inappropriate sex act while remotely instructing her class. What prompts you to suck a man's nipple in the middle of Spanish class? She sat at the kitchen table eating spaghetti with a shirtless man standing behind her. She appeared to suckle on the man's nipple while rocking back and forth, then turned to the camera, smiled, and shrugged her shoulders. What a dumb bitch. After taking her mouth off of the man's chest, Fletcher did a little shimmy, one student recalled. She was not hiding it. It was a look at me kind of thing. One student recorded it and shared the video with others. Oh, God. But why? But why? I don't understand. How does this happen? Right? How do people do this? Like, I'm baffled. I'm honestly baffled. How you're instructing these, I like to say, train up a child in the way they will go. Well, what's on your mind when you're teaching a class that you're so comfortable at home? First of all, walking around shirtless for a guy is acceptable in America. All right, fine. But really, during a classroom setting, what's the matter with you? You know what I mean? Like, I guess just people don't think about it, I guess. No big deal. You walk around with no shirt on all day long? Oh, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't walk around my house nude. Especially if with a teacher who's teaching a class. I don't get it. It's kind of stupid, quite honestly. Got to sip on my coffee's input on things as well. Now, teachers are people too. So are priests. We're all human. Where's the judgment in this, right? Where's the, how do you decide, hey, first of all, if my man is standing behind me half naked, I'm going to say, could you remove yourself from my classroom video, please? I'm trying to teach children more than just what not to do. Because that is a prime example. We're always a mentor. We're always teaching children. You might be teaching them what to do. You might be showing them how not to be, right? Don't be the guy walking around shirtless. And don't be the girl that licks the nipple while teaching class. Just don't be that one.
Because I'm going to be a veterinarian.
Well, don't lick any nipples either if you're a veterinarian. Good Lord. Unreal. I'm not so sure that I'm on the same page with this lady. Although you got to admire her sexuality is pretty open. So guys are probably like, hey, I got a shot with this bimbo. If you're willing to do that, and then some might argue, is that really a sex act? If you suck my nipples, it is. But a guy's nipples, what's the difference? Right? You're out there walking around the beach with no shirt, showing your muscles, playing volleyball. What's a little nipple suck? What's the big deal? More than likely, you touch his nipple, you know what happens next, right? Guys can't help themselves. They'll go, once they see these.
Why boobs good?
Yeah, you knew that was coming.
Hey, I'm a guy born.
Mm-hmm. I don't get it, baby. Don't do it. All right. Now, why do we use LOL? Laugh out loud. What about WTF? How about that one? I use WTF more than LOL. But it doesn't even always mean LOL, doesn't always mean laugh out loud. Could mean lots of love. So in the 1980s, in Canada, Wayne Pearson gets credit for this. Wayne Pearson laughed at a joke his friend had typed into a pre-internet digital chat room called Viewline. Viewline. The joke that he typed in had him laughing out loud, but he burst out laughing almost to the embarrassment of doing so in a house all by himself, sitting at a computer. Instead of writing ha 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 as he had done before when he found something funny, he unknowingly made history by being the first person ever to type LOL. Not a smirk, not a smile, not a giggle. You have to burst out laughing if you really want to say laughing out loud. You know that when you see something funny and you just burst out laughing and you can't help it, that's LOL. Or is that ROFLMAO? Rolling on the floor. I don't know if I've ever actually fallen out of my seat laughing and rolled on the floor, rubbing my belly, kicking my legs, going, I'm rolling on the floor, laughing out loud. I don't know that I've ever found things that funny. But what if you're really laughing out loud, what do? All caps. Usually it's LOL without caps, right? Because you're laughing out loud. Man, when a little bit of P comes out, then it's all caps. Mm-hmm. People do LOL to set the tone because we can always misconstrue what texts mean, right? You can misinterpret what the texts mean. So we go, hey, LOL, right? Well, with every just kidding, there's a little truth. With every LOL, you're probably not really laughing. Very rarely do we not use LOL any longer, right? Sometimes if you don't put LOL, people go, oh, she's mad. No longer just an internet acronym. LOL. It evolved over time. It shows now WTF, LOL, IKR. I know, right? We've become not able to communicate like we used to. The Oxford English Dictionary. Sounds like that would be all prim and proper. Mm-hmm. So you've got LOL. What about when you're really laughing? Like if you really insult somebody good, you go, bah, ha, 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 ha. Oh, good Lord. What about ugh? Right, I use that a lot. Ugh. It's almost like sucks to be you. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. I love the way we use language nowadays. In England, you can blow a fag and it'll give you cancer. Here, you get a facial. Just to play on words. What if we didn't have all the acronyms? Imagine typing everything out so much. You know what I mean? They're kind of nice to have, right? Okay. That means okay, right? But what about K? If you're mad or upset, just put K. K. That means a lot. Or if you're if you're okay with something, you can write okie dokie. That way people know it's a positive okay. But K is never good, right? That means somebody's upset, someone's butthurt. You got to fill out a butthurt form and go sit in the corner and suck your thumb. What about how are you today? I'm doing well, thank you. Or I'm doing good. Or I'm okay. How you doing? I'm okay. How are you? What do you mean okay? You're either good or bad. Life sucks or life's good. What is it? I'm okay. Well, sucks to be numb, but I'm okay too. So, LOL. What about with all due respect? I can call you anything I want. And with all due respect, you're an asshole. Oh, I don't know if I can say that. With all due respect, then you can say whatever you want, right? You can tell people as it is, with all due respect. Mm-hmm. Not for me. LOL. But I don't know what else LOL could really mean other than that. I've never known anybody else to use it in texting for anything other than laughing out loud. What about DOL? I'm dying of laughter. In French, LOL can be expressed as MDR, which stands for mort de rire, or dying of laughter. Mort de rire. De rire? I don't think I'm saying that right. Isn't that your butt? I'm laughing my butt off. I'm laughing off my dearie or D-E-R-I-R-E. D-Ryrie. I don't know. I don't speak French, nor do I try to. I can barely speak English. LOL. ROTFLMAFMFAO. I'm laughing my LGBT off. How about this one? How about a text? I'm so depressed. LOL. How do you add an LOL to I'm so depressed? But it helps us reach out and communicate difficult feelings, right? It softens the blow. LOL means I'm depressed, but not suicidal, maybe, right? Or maybe LOL means I've given up on life and here I sit. All capital letters, you cannot put an LOL after that. What if you do a whole capital letter like you're yelling at somebody and then small case LOL? We change things up to fit our needs, which we're supposed to, right? I mean, that's the way we do it. Texting is totally different form of communication. It's like shorthand back in the day. Who did that? Remember back in the 1980s when they had shorthand? Who in the hell uses shorthand? I think only people that work in court do. Isn't that what they do? Shorthand? Symbols for words? Why don't you just write the word out? By the time you learn all that, you could have just written everything out the way it was. Or tape record it. That's the easiest way. LOL. There's no more rules in grammar, right? The F word is one of the most versatile words you can freaking use. It can be good. It means extreme. It means nothing. It means fun time. It means you can use it as a adjective. You can use it as a verb. You can use it as a noun. You can call somebody that effer. Or you can be a MFer. I mean, there's a lot of ways to use the F word. It's got very versatile usage. It could be excitement, anger, happiness, rage, fear. I mean, you can be freaking scared. You can be freaking happy. You can be freaking angry. You can be freaking horny. I mean, there's so many uses of it, but for some reason, people don't like to hear it. It's a bad word. What's so bad about it? I don't get it. But we're not allowed to say it. It's rude. Ladies don't say that word. LMAO, ROFL, LOL. What about LOL? Stop laughing. You're going to go pee. What about the emojis? You got the laughing, then you've got the one tear, two tears, multiple tears. Depends on how hard you're laughing. Or maybe you're crying with a smile. Funny how we use the words to set a tone, though, right? Or all capital letters. Where are we at? 7:31. Look at us go. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm telling you. Good morning, Dee. How are you today? Looking fabulous as always. We are, as I said, we are live on 93.97 Network, Hot 93.97, but we're on live streaming. You can go on there, chime in with comments, and join the conversation. We're going to be talking about a lot of things coming up. In light of the new society we live in, more and more people are building these new additions, if you will, to their home. And we're going to be talking about that coming up in a little bit. But for now, we're going to break. We're going to keep it somewhat on track today on a Monday morning. We'll see how that works. You're listening to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour on Hot 93.97. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, you already know we're here chilling with Sapphire on Sapphire'S.
All right.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
I got to turn the music down. I've been getting clocked on that a lot. Half my videos are muted because I forget to turn the music down. So stupid. I mean, I get it. They don't want music on there to be copywritten, played, and all that, but girl, bye. Oh, I'm feeling it today, y'all. I'm not even going to lie. I had a good time yesterday celebrating spring. Got home early. Had already made dinner, so I didn't have to do nothing. Took a phone home from the bar last night. Don't know how in the world I ended up with that. But I got home and I reached for my phone, and I had mine and someone else's. So I took it to them this morning. First thing, make sure they give it back. Nothing worse than not having your phone. I couldn't deal with that. Then I'd be like, and I didn't look through it. I looked through it to try to find out whose it was, and I couldn't get on their Facebook. I didn't want to thumb through their pictures, and just in case, because that's something that I would have probably been able to see whose phone it was. But I go, you know what? Screw that. I'm just going to post on Facebook. I had a funny feeling. There was only a couple of people I felt whose phone it could have been. And I was right. It was one of the three that I thought. So I was like, oh, damn. So I posted social media, did a great job. It worked wonders. I posted there. I got someone's phone. It's safe-ish. And I got a reply within minutes saying, hey, it's mine. And I said, I'll bring it to you in the morning. It was a beautiful thing. We're going to be talking about this guy who ate Taco Bell for 30 freaking days straight. Could you imagine how bad his farts smell? Could you imagine how bad the bathroom smells because of this guy? I don't know. What? I'm just going to leave this rolling. We can't hear the music, but that's okay because you know why? We'll get in trouble. Stupid. But, I was going to stay home yesterday. I had things to do. I did them. And then I got done. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go up to the Adam's Apple for a little bit. And I did. And instead of drinking beer, because I didn't want to get a beer belly, I drank Blue Mother Scratchers. And I drank two. And I was done. And then someone bought me a third. And that made my head fuzzy. Left the car running all night, parked in the street, parked on the lawn. No. I didn't leave my car running all night. You can't. You can't get in the house without your keys. So I had to break a window to get in, left the car running. No, just kidding. But I was still home early. I like to go do day drinking. And then, because you got to sip on it at the end so you don't get, you don't want to be drunk and driving home. Yeah, they frown on that. Yeah, that's deadly. Proven time and time again to be deadly. All right, I'm going to go for a minute. I'll be right back. Watch this commercial. It's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. We still got time. We don't come back from music break until 7:52. Oh, I'm ready to go eat some food, man. I'll tell you what, I'm hungry all of a sudden. But I'm not hungry. I got them. After you drink some drinks like that, you got to want that greasy food, you know? And I'm thinking about getting me a big old greasy breakfast when I leave here. Every time I walk out of here, there's a restaurant. You can see out this window. There's a restaurant right there and right down there. But I always smell them cooking the breakfast when I walk out of here at about 10:15. Oh, man. Oh, man. And today, I meant to stop on my way home and get my favorite. But the problem with that is when I get home, it's close to 11 a.m. Eastern. Then I end up going, well, now I'm not even in the mood for breakfast so much. Do I want lunch? And then I go to the Holiday Grill near my home. It's like a Coney Island. It's like one. They make the best hot turkey sandwich with gravy on it, with mashed potatoes and gravy, and it's all smothered in gravy, and then a vegetable, whether it's cauliflower, mixed, green beans, peas, don't care. I just love it. So a lot of times, by the time I get home, the craving for breakfast is gone, and then I go right to lunch. It's 11 a.m. For me, that's lunchtime. I get up so early. Today sucked getting up. I didn't want to get up, even though I went to bed at a good time. And I don't have a hangover. I just, that you can feel it, I don't have a headache. I didn't take no aspirin or anything like that. Just my baby aspirin one a day, 81 milligrams or whatever, keeps the blood thin. Mm-hmm. Allegedly. Oh. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day here in the Detroit, Michigan area anyway. And I don't know. I'm thinking about playing pool later. I'm not going to lie. I've played pretty good the other day. Well, I didn't play good. I won. Doesn't mean I played good. Oh, lordy. I love my mornings, but today I was tired. I didn't get out of bed till 4. I laid there, had the TV on, thought about not going into work. And I thought, why would I not want to go into work? I love what I do. But I wanted to just do it from my bed. But nope, I dragged my ass to the living room. I got a nice house, don't I? Hell yeah. You ought to hear me play that piano behind me. I'm pretty good at the piano, but I suck on the organ. We're going to be talking about dreams coming up on the show when we go back live. We got a lottery winner. Surprise. These stories are awesome. These lottery stories, people, I forgot about my $8 million ticket, you damn fool. You jive turkey. This story we're going to talk about, the headline reads, some of my best friends are murderers. Yeah. We're going to whip out our microscopes. Oh, whoa. We're going to whip out our microscopes. We're going to rosin up our little tiny bowl, and we're going to dump a purple piss. We're going to, a bucket of purple piss or something like that. I forget the saying about it, but maybe basically playing the smallest violin, cry in a river, right? Let me see if I can figure out what that is real quick. I'm trying to think of let me see if I can find it. No. Oh, my heart pumps purple piss for thee. That's a song. You played on the world's smallest violin. My heart pumps purple piss for thee. You'll see what we're talking about later when the time comes. I just found out one of my school teachers passed away. What a bummer. At least he lived a long life. You know, my science teacher, Mr. Gardner, passed away. What a bummer. You know. That's a bummer. I mean, glad he lived a long life because he was one of my school teachers. So obviously he was old. He was older than me. I'm 53. So he had to have been, well, if he was a school teacher and I'm 53, he had to be at least 20 years older than me. Right? I just feel bad. Like, I don't, like, my teachers didn't really have a large influence on my life. I didn't pay attention. High school was a blur for me, and I regret it because I didn't live that life where everybody, you know, enjoyed. I couldn't wait to get out. I couldn't wait to grow up. I couldn't wait to get out of school, man. And now I go, I like school. What's the matter with me? Look at now. But you just don't know. And it's like you want to tell kids, enjoy it while you have it because life is going to get a lot more difficult for you when you get out of school, right? But it's a rite of passage into adulthood. It's one of those things. Once you graduated high school back in the 80s, man, you were on your way, whatever it was you were doing. You were an adult. Once you graduated high school, there was expectations, man. We didn't have college accessibility like they do now. You know, it was, to me, we never taught college. We never taught college. That's for people that have money, brains, a future. I didn't have none of that. Well, we weren't poor. We never knew we were poor, but we never knew it. Our parents, we had everything we wanted. We played football. We played baseball. We played hockey. We went out to do things as a family. We ate big dinners together. We wouldn't go out together to eat a lot, but there was 6 of us total, 4 kids, mom and dad, and it was expensive to go out to eat. We'd drive 30 miles to White Castle once in a while or something like that until they put one closer to home. But we had good upbringing, but we didn't do the things that kids and stuff do now, parents and everything. It's just different. It's the way it is. It's normal. That's supposed to be different. We're like, when you look back at our toys, look back at our candy, we ate dust on a stick and called them suckers, right? I mean, we didn't have all these options that we have for food and cookies and stuff. Like, it's totally different world. Could you imagine 100 years ago that you didn't have an aisle full of different candies made by different manufacturers and different price ranges? You went in, they had Brock's candy, a tub of it. They didn't know anything about nothing. You just dug your nappy old hand in there and grabbed some candy and went and paid for it. The good old days. Just stick your hand in there, grab the candy you want, bulk candy. They don't do that no more. Because nowadays, because we're all scumbags, half the people will just eat them. You know how many times you see people, they'll grab a container of strawberries or grapes and start eating them in the store and then put them back when they're done. Just be like, I'm done. What a loser. Where are we at? We got this song, then Notorious B.I.G. We come back at 7:54 when we come back on the air, but we're still talking. So, yesterday at the Adam's Apple, they had corned beef, the sliced corned beef. Adam's Apple's the place to be, man. I'm telling you, if you're in the Detroit area, you got to check it out. No matter if it's gay bar, straight bar, it don't matter. They don't care. There's nobody in there having sex nobody's got their clothes off. Nobody does nothing. You wouldn't even know what kind of bar it is until someone tells you. And I go, it ain't a gay bar. It's a pretty sweet bar. Nothing gay about it, just the people. But not even them. They're not, it's just, I hate to even say it's a gay bar, but it's not like you hide the fact that it's a gay bar, but it's for everybody. And it's a cool place. And we're sitting there yesterday, they got sports on a lot in there. The owner, big into sports, and she's always got the Michigan, the Detroit, any high school or any college big game, any pro game, they'll have it on the TV. They may have the music playing, so you can sit and watch the game and listen to enjoy the music. But the big games, they'll put the volume up on the TV for it, But it's a cool place to go. And once you get there, you sit like yesterday, 50-some degrees, sun was shining. We're sitting out on the patio, the warm sun beating down. It felt so good to be getting some fresh vitamin D. Gonna love that fresh D. Well, but
Saturday at 5 p.m. only on Hot 93.
Better turn that back down again. We got Notorious B.I.G. playing for the listeners. Applebee's, bullying, Taco Bell, Dreams. We got a lot on the docket. I like going through. I'm on my Facebook here. I'm in a high school group of the school I went to school in Taylor, Michigan. It's the name of the group, and keep in touch. I see old names and stuff, and it's nice to reminisce in your mind and go back and go, oh wow, I forgot about them. I wonder how they're doing, And then they probably look at me and laugh and go, oh my God, I can't believe it. Whatever. 3 minutes. Don't like it? Don't look. Nobody cares. Oh, let's see what's going on Grindr. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have Grindr. I had Tinder, but I took the app off, but I left my profile up there. But I was getting tons of messages and likes and everything until I put in the profile, I'm a transgender woman, and then dial tone, nothing, nada. Yeah. I'm like a real life blow up doll. I'm fun to pull out of the closet and pound on, and then back you go. I'm out of here, back to my normal life. It's not fair. But I'm fortunate because I don't seek my soulmate. I have my soulmate. I'm fortunate. All I want is some frivolous sex. No strings attached. Fun. But we got to be able to go out. That's my point, though. My boyfriend goes, yeah, I'm just coming over your house. No, you're not. Or you can come over, but I'm not touching your wiener. Want to play games? We'll play Xbox, not find the genitalia. One minute, a little bit less than a minute. Oh, no wonder I can't see good. I got my regular glasses on. Now we're eating puss.
I'm so happy it's Monday, Monday, Monday. I'm so happy it's Monday, Monday, Monday. Monday, today is Monday.
Yep, happy Monday. Yippee-ki-yay, it's Monday. I like Mondays. It's just another fun day. Sunday fun day, Monday fun day, Tuesday fun day. Every day's fun. Why not? It's fun for me. LOL. There's been an uptick in LOLs lately. New thing going on. Los Angeles. Amid crime concerns, wealthy homeowners seek to install panic rooms with steel-encased versions running up to $1 million to build one in Malibu. One in Malibu includes a secret tunnel out to the beach. See, but Elon Musk is supposed to cure world hunger. Dean Cryer, Vice President of International Operations at Building Consensus Panic Room Builders, a firm specializing in the building of safe rooms, says it's gone insane. We have increased, there's been an uptick. An influx of inquiries has increased more than 1,000% over the past 3 months because of a bunch of dumb, stupid, moral lacking American idiots who want to go steal and rob things from people instead of working for it. Like Kim Kardashian said, get off your butt and work for it like she didn't do. Because of the perceived increase in crime, because of the perceived increase in crime in metropolitan areas and high-profile murders and robberies in high net worth neighborhoods like Beverly Hills, hidden rooms are trending right now. How pathetic. What a disgusting display of humanity that we need $1 million safe room in a house because of ignorant, no good for nothing scumbags want to come and steal your crap. What you should do is just arm yourself so you can feed them full of lead when they walk in the door. Go Rambo on them. Remember First Blood when the guy had the spikes come through his legs? That's all you need at the front door. Welcome them with open arms. Come on in, butthole. I've got something for you. You're going to walk funny when you leave. Safe room because we want to steal everything because we're ignorant. We have no moral. Who teaches us this? Who? It's unbelievable. I mean, to pay, the houses are going for $4 or $5 million anyway. And then you're going to spend $1 million for a safe room in a good neighborhood. So there's nowhere safe anymore. That blows my mind. It blows my mind. I mean, and they're showing one of these. It is a safe room. You're not getting in it, right? It's not just, oh, I'll just punch a hole in the wall. No, you won't. Prices range greatly. You can kit out a small closet for around $100,000 to $150,000. Or you can do a couple rooms. Full suite make it, and that would be over $1 million. Now they do point out that obviously many of their clients are mostly billionaires. right? So it's not somebody that goes, hey, I just got a raise. I'm making 150 grand a year. Let's build a safe house. No. Most rooms don't have the lock and key. Biometrics, a finger or retina scan, secreted behind a bookcase or hidden wall, come equipped with panic buttons that automatically call security services. That's baffling that we've got people in the world that we have to hide from because they're going to take our stuff. Shoot them. Shoot them. Get rid of them. It's that simple. Mom says, no, don't kill my son. Well, tell your son or daughter to quit breaking into people's homes and they won't get filled full of lead. Safe room. Save the money and buy a weapon. Protect your home. Don't hide from these morons. You shoot them. That's what the Second Amendment is for, to shoot people that come into your home. That's what it's for, right? You can dream about, oh, it's to stop an oppressive government. No, we don't do nothing about the oppressive government because they're already oppressing us. It's to shoot people that come in your home. Don't hide from them. You come in my home, we ain't playing hide and seek, okay? We're not playing. I'm going to greet you. I'm not running and hiding. You'll run. You got me all worked up. This house in the Pacific Palisades, a 6-bedroom, 9,100 square foot home, listed for $6.995 million, has a safe room that was converted into a screening room. This was a safe room put in by the previous owner, who was a legal arms dealer. Well, then what do you need a safe room for? You got guns right there. Protect yourself. That's just me. I don't know. I can dig it though, because what about my wife, my kids? What about my grandma lives there? What about this? I understand. Shoot them, not the kids, the bad guys or girls, the bad people. Unbelievable. I mean, that's crazy though. People, panic rooms used to just be in the movies, right? But no. And how many billionaires are there? Interesting. You don't need a lot of clients when you're charging that kind of money though, right? That's the world we live in today. Oh, speaking of billionaires, time to whip out your microscopes, rosin up your tiny bow, and play My Heart Pumps Purple Piss for Thee. As the billionaire complains, the mean IRS is garnishing his retirement because he hid $2 billion in income. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Hit it. So, billionaire Robert Brockman, right, told a district court judge in Texas this week that it's not fair. It's not fair that I have to give my retirement up because I scammed you out of $2 billion in income that I was hiding in a decades-long scheme. The largest tax fraud case in American history. He says it's not fair. My heart bleeds purple, piss for thee. His legal team, attorneys, declared it unreasonable that Brockman's retirement pay is being automatically routed to the government and that a lien on his former residence is preventing his wife from selling the property. He's accused of a decades-long scheme to hide $2 billion in income from the IRS. So they say, how about this? How about we place 1.45 billion into an account in the United States to be used for future tax liabilities? If they agree, the government will agree to ease some restrictions he's facing. No. How about no? Oh, Lord. Now, they are arguing that Brockman, who's 80 years old, even though he's competent enough to develop a scheme for decades to scam us out of money, he's not competent to participate in a criminal trial because of his worsening dementia. But dementia wasn't worse enough, wasn't quite bad enough to prevent you from stealing or hiding income. I can't hide mine. I got to pay every year. I don't do my taxes until I have to. Yeah, baby. And I pay every month. So guess what? I don't feel bad for this clown. He's probably stuck away right now in his safe room, counting his money, going, I don't know, I got dementia, but not bad enough. I can still count to 3 billion. Why do we, no shade, but I don't get it. Like, I pay every single month. Rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. She owes lots of money in back taxes. They name a street after her. No talk about getting the money back because she's got a hell of a voice. She wrote some good tunes. So, hey, we'll name a street after her, but you pay me. Girl, bye. I'm sick of the hypocrisy of it all. Not fair. The billionaire has to pay taxes. Poor guy. Jeez, I wonder what that feels like. Hey, how about I just put 1.45 billion in an account and we'll use that for future stuff. Never mind. We're just going to, like, the stuff that we already, we'll just brush that under the rug. Get out of my face. Get it. Unbelievable. And now it's like with Russia and Ukraine. How are we doing this? How now this guy, you broke the law for decades long scheme. So more than 10 years, probably more than 20 years. You hid all this money from the IRS that you're supposed to pay for while everybody else is struggling to survive. And we're supposed to feel bad for you, you prick? I don't think so. I don't care if you're 80 or not. You deserve to be slapped. Not cool, eh? What is cool? Mothers of teen boys across America finally thankful that they cannot find their lotion. Jergens, the lotion, the premier pleasure lotion, if you will, is being recalled. The popular skin moisturizer recalled for harmful bacteria, sending teenage boys into a frenzy. Harmful bacteria, right? Now, you got to check if you got this moisturizer, Jergens Ultra Healing, 3-ounce and 10-ounce bottles. Oh, I wonder if that's what I'm using. Possible they're contaminated with bacteria called Pluralibacter gurgivai. They can cause infections in people with weakened immune systems. Everybody has a weakened immune system because we've been wearing a mask for 2 years. Not to say it was bad or good. Fact of the matter is, now our immune systems have work to do to catch up. To go, hey, wait, I've been laying under a blanket for 2 years. Now all of a sudden, look. Now the poor kid's going to come home from school today, go reach in the bathroom for the Jergens, and it won't be there. And he's going to be like, well, Miss Michigan, it's me and you. Skin on skin. You'll connect. One way or the other, you'll be okay. I still can't get over this panic room stuff. The fact that we cannot keep our hands off of something that doesn't belong to us is disgusting. Like, they leave money in here in the studio in a cup, just sitting there. I never even looked at how much is in there. Don't care. It's safe with me. It could be $1 million. I would love to have $1 million right in front of me. I would love to fill my bag with $1 million. Oh, that was weird. Fill my bag with $1 million. But I want it to be my million, not your million, unless you give it to me. Then I say thank you. Don't take what's not yours. God's watching. And we don't believe in God anymore. We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to be a Christian-based nation. Which is fine, right? Because if you're Muslim, you go, damn right we're not a Christian-based nation. Well, we are a peace-based nation. Whatever religion you are, they're mostly based on peace. Right? Am I right or wrong? I mean, mostly. Oh my gosh. All right. I wasn't going to do this, but I just came across this story. Hold on. I've got things I got to do. All right. Do you taco this woman to burrito your lawfully wedded wife, Nacho, and forever? What am I talking about, you say? I'll tell you. You know Taco Tuesday, right? We have a story. Tuesday weddings at Del Taco on Taco Tuesday. Millions of people are expected to get married today, every day. One couple, they say, did it right. With tacos. Now, I want to eat your taco is a whole new meaning now. Oh, there's Bob. Hello.
Good morning. Yeah, I want to eat your taco does have a whole new meaning now, doesn't it?
What's that?
I said I want to eat your taco does have a whole different meaning now, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
They got married at a Del Taco on a Taco Tuesday on 2/22/22.
At 2:22 p.m., right?
You guessed it.
Yeah,
they sealed the deal at 2:22 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They waited on that day for months, and they decided, let's go get married at Del Taco on a Tuesday because they wanted to do something fun, something interesting and different.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting married.
Yeah, it was interesting and different. Don't lose focus on the main thing, though.
They love going to the Del Taco located in Queen Creek, Arizona. Located near East Rittenhouse Road. Kyle Rittenhouse Road? They already named a street after him? And Ellsworth Loop. They love tacos almost as much as they love each other.
Really?
See, nothing says we're white trash more than my dream wedding is now a reality at Del freaking Taco.
At Del Taco, yeah. The receiving line is the drive-through window.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how wild their ride of life is, but in their vows, she said, I'm so glad to have you on this wild ride called life. Oh, bitch, you ain't even begun to live if you're going to Taco Bell to get married.
Yeah.
Grego's replying to some of the stuff we were talking about earlier. I was talking about shooting everybody that broke into my home.
I did hear some of this before I jumped on.
Yeah. Grego says, where were they going to get divorced? Taco Bell. They'll get divorced. Right. Whatever. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not saying they're dumb for doing it because you do what you want to do. Who cares?
Right.
If that's what you like, then do it. It's your wedding. You know,
we'll check
I'm just
back with
making fun
you.
of it.
We'll check with you in 50 years, see how that went. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the same thing, the same thing about people would go on Valentine's Day, make a reservation at White Castle.
Right.
LOL.
Hello.
But yeah, you can go to White Castle and you could go on a date and you could get a slider, you know. The thing about it is you can't eat a 30-pack and go home and have sex. It'll get messy.
Oh, yeah.
Weird noises start happening.
Yep, it's an accelerant as it is. And then if you do a crave case.
Yeah. You'll be craving the seat of the toilet.
Yes. Craving some Imodium and Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, craving some relief. Oh. I'm not mad. You want to go get married at Taco Bell or Del Taco? That's cool. Del Taco has good chicken soft tacos. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of their regular taco.
Yeah, I do like that they're larger than Taco Bell. Del Taco tacos, the last time I was there anyway, I felt like I was getting more for my money.
Yes, they do fill them up more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you're right. There is something about them. I mean, they are different in some ways.
They're different, but they're not. Yeah. I mean, they're not bad.
No,
but by no stretch of the imagination do I say, "Do you want Mexican food? Let's go to Taco Bell."
Yeah,
it's American tacos. It's not a taco. It's a taco, right?
That's after bar night food.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been there more than once after midnight.
Oh, yeah. You know.
I've done my time with Taco Bell, and it's delicious.
You know what? I used to think so, but now, not so much.
It doesn't treat your tummy right anymore?
No, I just don't care. I'm not a big fan of it. And it's not, to me, it's just like, I'd rather just go get Mexican food from Mexican Fiesta or Mi Pueblo or somewhere. We have in Detroit an actual Mexican town. That's the name of it. When you're driving down the street, I'm not being offensive, is a green sign with white letters that says Mexican town.
Mm-hmm.
Next exit.
Been there too.
And that is authentic Mexican food.
That is really good stuff. That you're right. That is where you go around here anyway, if you want the best of the best.
And Grego, I'll go to the Adam's Apple on Mexican Mondays. And that is authentic because Renee Peters is Latino.
Right.
And she makes it. And
she makes a darn good food, yes.
Yeah, and Jerry, and it's authentic food. Like they make the
Mhm.
shells and everything. It's delicious. So yeah, Grego, you're right. Apple, and we always talk about we love it there.
Yeah,
And
I'll
this
be
is
there.
it's free. They just it's snacks and free snacks, and people bring food.
It's just like
Like
going
the
to
bar
somebody.
doesn't provide this.
Yeah, it's just like somebody going to somebody's house and it's like a little bit of a potluck or
Yeah.
something. It's that
You'll sit
style
there
at least, but the Mexican food is top notch. I love Mexican
on a
Mondays, and I
Sunday.
actually get to go this time.
And this Sunday is the owner Jay Marie's birthday,
Is it?
so it's going to be, I think, a Sunday barbecue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. People bring you're sitting there on a weekend and someone just brings in a big old pan of food. They'll be like, "Hey, we're bringing the chicken, they're bringing the potatoes," and all of a sudden you got 3 or 4 things to eat up there, and it's like, well, dang,
You got Sunday dinner without even asking. Yeah.
and it's like,
No,
well,
that's
all
great.
right then, don't even,
That's great.
yeah. And it's cool how it happens, right? Because it's not like they're not going, "Hey, we'll provide free food so we can increase drink sales."
No.
This is the customers doing this, bringing in $80 worth of damn chicken and stuff like that.
It's
And
just
they
friends hanging out with
provide
friends.
things
Yeah.
at times too, but
Yeah.
it's just a cool place. So anyway, this guy going from Del Taco, now we're going to talk about Taco Bell. This guy ate Taco Bell for 30 days straight.
Oh my God.
What he learned and what he lost is what he wants to talk about. He says, "I love Taco Bell. It's easily my favorite fast food establishment." He says, "You can keep your McDonald's, you can keep your Wendy's, you can keep your Shake Shack. As long as he has cheesy gordita crunches and Crunch Wrap Supremes, he's happy." He even says, Jeremy Schneider says, "I hope to marry my future wife at Taco Bell."
Okay.
Shoot. Oh, wait a minute. Caught it. Woo. Got it just in time. Do you see this is what's wrong with America.
Right. It
We
is.
love something so bad for us that we want to marry somebody there. So in 2020, Taco Bell morphed from his guilty pleasure to his lifeline.
Hmm.
The world was
It was-
on fire 2020.
I
But
was
they
going to
had
say,
their tacos, man.
if you're going down, you might as well go down eating what you want, right?
Go down eating tacos.
That's right.
If you want to munch on my taco, please don't put hot sauce on it.
Just plain. Authentic.
So, are you familiar with the Taco Lovers Pass? This is not a road in the mountains.
No, I'm not. But I'm sure I will be now.
Taco Lovers Pass was introduced in February. The pass grants the holder 1 taco a day for 30 days for a cool $10 a month. That's 33 cents a taco.
Mm-hmm.
An item that usually costs around $2.
Well, they count on you. They count on you not having it every day, obviously.
Well, they count on you not eating it 30 days straight, but
right.
he was crazy enough to do it. 30 days, 30 tacos, a taco odyssey. Freaking kidding me.
I suppose
How
if
is
you
this
just had
even
one
new?
taco a day, it wouldn't be the end of the world for you. But I'm sure he had more than one taco. That was just part of it. That was the reason to get him in the door.
Why do this? Why not? He said. Life is short. The pandemic reminded me. It's time to live.
Okay. Well, your taste buds are happy. You're happy.
First trip, day one. First trip to Taco Bell felt like his first day of school. He wanted to pick out his outfit. He was so excited. He went to the Taco Bell that he frequents most, right? The one in North Bergen, a short drive from his Jersey City apartment.
Right.
You documented your trip to Taco Bell. You
Oh, yeah.
are a loser. No. Oh
I don't
man.
know. Yeah, it's a little bit obsessive, perhaps.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Mm.
They have,
Oh, what a loser!
well, there are doctors and medication for that kind of thing.
Yeah. So they get he loves the gordita crunches, the quesadillas.
Mm-hmm.
It's a taco marathon though. So he said, okay, no quesadillas, no crunchy gorditas, none of that. I got a crunchy taco supreme because it's a taco marathon, not a taco sprint.
Right. That's true.
His confidence soared as he quickly dispatched the taco. What about the flaming hot Cool Ranch Dorito Locos taco?
Way too salty for me. Blech.
Mm. Well, day 2, flaming hot Cool Ranch Doritos Loco taco.
Okay.
We are not going through 30 days of this.
Yeah, that's something for your free time.
Yeah, we are not going through. What time we at? We're at 8:30 already anyway, so we're going to
Yep.
break. I'm going to thumb through this real quick. We're going to get down to the end and find out how much toilet paper he went through and how long did the diarrhea last after 30 days. Inquiring
I'm gonna go-
minds want to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find me a taco. We'll be back.
Yeah. Oh, all right. You're listening to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour on Hot 93.97. Keep it locked. All right. We come back at 8:49.
All right. Sounds good.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
8:49.
All right.
I'll let everybody know. Hello. We come back in 3 minutes. We got one song left, and then we're back. So, but we're back early on this. So, blending the two together fairly well. It's starting to get easier to do the two together. Whatever. My coffee's almost gone. This whole thing gone. It's yummy. 2 minutes. I'm loving it outside. The sun's shining. Golly, man. Love it, love it, love it. All right, we're going to finish talking about this guy with the tacos, man. Ugh. I don't know if that's not all he ate, though. We got to point that out. We'll talk about it when we get back. One minute. Ooh, man. Handsome devil just walked by. Mr. Wrong just came in the building. In the bow. Hope he comes in here lost. I'll help you find your way. Maybe he wants to eat my taco. Oh, hi.
I heard that. Maybe he does.
Oh, Lord.
He doesn't know to
back already on this, but not this. We got 40 seconds. Yeah, so I took Jay's phone home with me last night.
Oh, you did? I saw that post.
I don't know how it happened, but we were sitting there talking, and I get home, I go to use my phone, and I go, wait, this ain't my phone. Then I realized I had two phones.
Oh.
So I didn't want to go through the phone too much. I tried to go through it enough to see if I could find out whose it was.
Right.
I opened their Facebook. It wouldn't let me in. I go, you know what? I'm not thumbing through. I'll post it on social media.
Right. Well, it was in good hands.
Yeah. All right, we are back on a Monday. It don't feel like Monday.
No, it's kind of a, I don't know what it feels like exactly, but I don't have that Monday yucky that I get sometimes.
It's because spring is sprung, baby.
Yeah. Well, for sure. I noticed over the weekend, two signs of spring over at my place are that the Christmas cactus is blooming this weekend.
Nice.
Go figure. That plant is so confused. It bloomed on Thanksgiving too. So it's anytime but Christmas, you know.
It likes to celebrate the holidays.
Yeah. And the ducks found the pool this weekend too. The pool's still covered and there's water on the cover, but the ducks found it and they come every year and visit until we get it set up.
Very nice.
So it was their annual return. So yes, it is feeling like spring. It's looking like spring a little bit.
Love it.
Life is good.
All right, back to Taco Bell for 30 days straight, all the way to day 30.
Oh,
right?
boy.
He ate. Now, we got to point this out, though. He didn't eat just Taco Bell for 30 days, but he ate at least one meal of Taco Bell every day, at least one taco.
Okay.
So the last day of his taco journey coincided with his trip, and they went to Cleveland, Ohio. They hit a Taco Bell cantina. Basically a Taco Bell that serves alcohol.
Okay. I've heard of those. There are a few around. I haven't seen one, but
No one in history has deserved a frozen Mountain Dew Baja Blast spiked with tequila more than this guy in this moment.
Very good. Celebrate.
So on day 30, he gets the same thing he got to start with: a crunchy taco supreme and nacho fries.
Yum.
So he says, as I ate my final taco, I considered what I'd learned and what I'd lost. So first off, he says, people look at you like you're crazy when you tell them you're eating Taco Bell for 30 days straight. A blend of fear, pity, and respect.
I think eating anything for 30 days straight is kind of weird, but yeah,
Yeah.
I can see where they would say that.
Yeah. Secondly, the Taco Lover's Pass is an incredible value. Just maybe don't use the entire thing, he said, because there is such a thing as too much of a good thing.
Yeah.
He says, I love Taco Bell as much as anyone, but the franchise's signature bell ringing sound makes me flinch at this point. He did try to eat healthy when he wasn't eating Taco Bell, but he says there were still plenty of times throughout this experiment that he felt pretty awful. He says, I lived large, but I died a little inside as well.
I wonder how many pounds he gained over the month. I wonder if it says.
I don't know. I'm going to try to find out. I don't see myself going to Taco Bell again anytime soon. I still love you, my fast food bae. We're just taking a break. Yeah. But he does not regret it. He stuck it out, even when there were days he legitimately thought about throwing in the sour cream covered towel. That is what never mind. We're not even going there.
Good. We can figure it out on our own.
Yeah. Now, how many people can say they ate Taco Bell for a month straight? If he's not in the Taco Bell Hall of Fame, they should at least name a taco after him.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I couldn't do it for 30 days. I mean, I like it too, but like I said, it's kind of reserved for those late weekend nights after a little too much imbibing and entertaining. It's the only thing that's open anyway, except for White Castle. So you either want a burger or you want a taco, at least something that looks and smells kind of like one. Yes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a staple of American cuisine. Taco Bell. It's not, we know it's not real, authentic or anything, but hey, it's still, people love it. So, hey.
People love it. It really doesn't matter all that much now, does it? At 2 a.m, it doesn't matter.
See, now this story here is like, we hear about it all the time. There was this special going on, right, at this Moose Lodge in Springfield, Oregon. Well, Wilbur Brown is sitting there on Christmas Eve when a friend bought a 26 for $25 Megabucks ticket, a lottery ticket. So his friend says the ticket allows you to play in 26 consecutive drawings for $25. So buy 25 tickets, get one free.
Sounds like it. Yep.
So he bought the ticket on Christmas Eve and it ran him until February 19th.
Okay.
And Grego commenting on the fast food thing, he says he can't eat fast food, makes him sick afterwards. Yeah, because your body's not used to it probably, and it's rejecting it, going, what are you feeding me?
Right.
You know? So this guy says, I checked the first few drawings, I checked my ticket, but I forgot about it. I quit checking. So it wasn't until February that he found himself sitting at the Moose Lodge again. He'd forgotten all about it. Server scanned a ticket. It said, large lottery winner. They wanted to find out what exactly that meant.
Right.
Large lottery winner. He hit an $8.9 million jackpot.
Wow. Just seeing large lottery winner pop up on the scan slip there would brighten anybody's day.
Yeah, well, see, I started playing Michigan Lottery, the Powerball, and the Mega Million online. And
Okay.
when you win, they send you an email saying you win. So you just check your email in the morning and it says, you're a winner. And I won $30 once.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a large winner, it'll tell you have to go claim it.
Right. I think I've won $25 this month. A little bit on Powerball, a little bit on the Michigan Lotto.
Mm-hmm.
But
The odds of winning this jackpot were 1 in 6.135 million. And he won it.
Well,
He chose the 30-year annuity option for his winnings and will receive a check for slightly more than $200,000 after taxes each year until the prize is paid out. You see, I don't know which way is better. Because if you take the annuity and you get a check every year, you've got money coming in every year.
mm-hmm.
If you just take the money, you have to be able to be responsible with that money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So there's probably pros and cons to each one.
Well, kind of know how you as a person are if you're somebody who would take a large windfall like that and go nuts because you've maybe done it before in your life with less money. If that's your personality type, then take advantage of the distribution. It's kind of like putting a leash on yourself. You only get so much per year. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to, but that would be nice because that way you can say, okay, well, we can afford our mortgage, but we maybe not be able to just pay the house off completely.
Right.
But at least, so
Half
but
the
then
time.
I would take the lump sum.
I would too.
But I'm not saying I'm right. Whatever works for you.
I would, but I might make it very complicated for myself to want to access it. I mean, I'd have to go through some hoops and stuff in order to. You can't just like go to the ATM and say, "Oh, I'm going to hit that account today." There's things you got to do to withdraw that money if you set yourself up the right way. So
make that money work for you.
Yes.
So now the lodge where he bought this ticket also gets 1% of the jackpot. So they won $89,000, and they said it couldn't have come at a better time. Obviously, the last couple of years have been a challenge for everybody.
Right. Well, that's awesome. That's great.
So they said they're going to be working with their members because a Moose Lodge is membership.
Right.
So they're saying now we're going to figure out the best way to use this money for our members.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah. No,
Very
that's
cool.
nice. That is nice.
I think I would choose the cash option. I want the money. I would be worried about them saying, "Oh, we've dissolved it. We're bankrupt, and now you don't get your money anymore. Sorry about your luck," kind of thing. No, I'll take my money.
Yeah, they'll say read line 47B part 2 or something.
Right, the real fine print that you really can't read anyway. You can barely see it.
Right.
Oh, we accidentally typed it in white. It blends right in with the paper, but it's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good times. That's great. At least, somebody wins it. Hopefully he can use it. Hopefully he can share some of it with people that could use it. I mean, that would be another thing that would make me feel good about having it, is at least I would know that I could give it to some people that are really in need of it in ways that would truly help them, not just give them the cash if they have no means of controlling, how it works or how it works for them. But no, very cool.
Yep. No, I don't get it. All right, so I'm not going to go get married at Taco Bell. I'm not going on a date to White Castle. And I might buy a ticket at the Moose Lodge, but I'm not a member, so I don't know how I can do that. But my dad used to be a member of the Moose. And
Really?
he played Moose Lodge 337, I think it was. And we used to love going in there. They had a shuffleboard. We were little kids. We didn't know anything about it, but we'd try to play the game and we couldn't. We didn't know how,
Right.
It's like curling on a board.
Yeah. It's. I guess maybe it's a little like cornhole, except you slide it on the floor instead of tossing bean bags. And I mean, you're looking to hit that perfect score spot, the same way.
Mhm. I love this story. I'm looking at it right now. Speaking of Ukraine, don't mess with the Ukrainian grandmas.
Oh, I bet.
So, the Russians expected everybody to welcome them with open arms, right? Bread and salt and food, and you look tired and worn. Come rest. Well, one Ukrainian granny welcomed them with homemade cakes, poisoned. She killed 8 of them. 8
Oh,
of
my.
them ate them and died.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're
I
right.
hate
Don't
to
mess with them.
celebrate death, but when you ask for it, you get it. Any
Yeah.
Russian soldier that won't turn around and go home is part of the problem.
Well, there's more than one way to get them. They prove that. This light in here today is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's the changing of the season, I think.
It's repulsive. That could be the word of the day. Not your word of the day, but
Right.
a word of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that in schools, they should be teaching math, arithmetic, English, history, stuff like that, academics,
Mm-hmm.
right? Keep all the other stuff. Your sexuality doesn't matter,
Right.
right? It's all people are welcome,
Mm-hmm.
right? Everyone is created equal.
Right.
Well, let's keep it at that when it comes to religion, politics. I don't have a problem with saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't have a problem with reciting that. I don't have a problem with the national anthem and anything like that. However, how about this? Of course, they're in Norco, California. Norco, we know that drug.
Mm-hmm.
A mother is furious after discovering a video showing her daughter's preschool teacher, 4 and 5-year-old children, leading a political chant calling for President Joe Biden to leave office.
Yeah, that's way over the top and way wrong.
So we have a teacher in New York City sucking nipples during class.
What?
Did you hear that story?
No.
Yeah, we kicked off the morning with the New York City teacher who just returned after a 17-month time off for eating a bowl of spaghetti and turning around to the shirtless man in the Zoom class video and sucking his nipple.
Wow.
And the school students were offended.
Yeah.
And now she's back. So now this lady is in shock because a school teacher here, a preschool teacher, has them going. This was February 18th at Turning Point Christian School in Norco, California. They had to watch it multiple times to realize this is it. The video is about 8 seconds long. You can hear the teacher say to the students, "Who's our president?" The students respond in unison, "Biden." The teacher then asks the students, "What do we want to do with him?" And the students respond, "We want him out. We want him out."
The school's not a place for that, especially
absolutely not.
Kindergartners. No. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous.
So she picks up her kid from school. Her daughter comes, first thing she does when she gets in the car, starts chanting, "We want him out. We want him out." That was the great message that she learned the day. That was her history lesson.
Wow. Yeah, that's inappropriate to say the least.
What makes people do this? Like, these are 4 and 5-year-old kids. They They don't know. They don't care. It's none of their business what's going on in the world. We're not supposed to. It's
No, their world should be a lot tighter at that point than that. Yes.
yeah. Kids, 4 and 5-year-old kids don't walk up and go, "Mommy, I think I'm transgender."
Right.
And if they do, you deal with that on an individual basis.
Mm-hmm.
But transgender should not be part of a school curriculum.
No, it doesn't. It shouldn't have to be. It doesn't need to be. Awareness and information is out there should you be interested or feel the need, but
Yeah.
there's just as many who would rather be spending their time learning reading, writing, and arithmetic like the old days. That's the stuff that's going to get you somewhere.
If somebody walks up to the teacher and says, "Hey, teacher, I think Joe Biden sucks," then you can have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have to remain neutral. You're a teacher. Neutrality, you can even say, I really don't support a lot of the things he does or whatever, but you got to remember your audience. You're talking to a 4 or 5-year-old kid. They
Mm-hmm.
pick their nose and eat it. They don't care.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
you're also molding and shaping their minds, which I think part of that, that's taken advantage of. It's like, let's get our little disciples started early. And
exactly.
yeah.
And that's the thing too about religion. We want a peace-based, I don't even have a problem saying we're Christian-based nation, but we're really not anymore because there's freedom of religion. We are a peaceful nation.
Right.
We're supposed to be.
We used to be, at least.
Teachers' role is not to indoctrinate students about what to think, right? Mm-hmm. It's to develop critical thinking skills so you can think and make your own decisions.
Right. And part of that comes from neutrality and analyzing both sides of a situation, not just the part that you feel like presenting.
Yeah. And it's a private school. So you would expect, if it's a Christian-based school, it's a private school, they're going to probably say Our Father in the morning and stuff like that. And they might say Hail Mary, whatever. But it's a private school. That's why the people pick that school for them.
Mm-hmm.
Political, even there, the school even says, we don't condone this.
Right.
Like, you don't indoctrinate, you don't do that to people. Kids, that's why police have such a hard time with children being witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
You can convince a kid into anything to say.
Right.
I mean, you can always fool kids, Well,
sure. In fact, that was one of the side topics, I guess. One of the news stations last night, one of the TV local stations, had a bit of a sit-down chat with the chief of police and was asking him some random questions about what was going on in the city and that kind of thing. And he even said, that came up in conversation. He said, kids today are in a very different world. They're seeing and hearing and being a part of a lot more than was ever going on before. And so that gives us, that's a challenge. It's an opportunity to bring them up the right way in a world that's not so right, or it's an opportunity to let them down and let them get sucked into it. And it's kind of like, case by case.
It's a fine line. At what point are you overprotecting your kid? And at what point are you allowing them to see too much of the world? Because you don't want a naive child, but there's a time and a place for everything. Right? When your child comes home asking you about sex, it's time to talk to your kid about sex, or the older kids in school are going to teach them.
Right.
Do you really want 69 to be the first thing they learn?
No.
So, exactly. So let's teach them at the appropriate time.
Mm-hmm. And that varies from kid to kid. But like you said, the appropriate time is when they come asking you about it, assuming you've created an environment that is welcoming to questions and things like that.
Right.
if they feel that they can't ask that kind of stuff and they can't learn from you, then they are going to go learn it somewhere else. They just won't bother you. It's like
Mm-hmm.
until there's trouble, until there's a situation, then all of a sudden it becomes a thing. But
Well, that's we love to be reactive, not proactive, right? We always say, well, we can't do much about it
right,
until, right? Then we see that with the shootings all the time. The
right.
warning signs everywhere. We go, well, we really couldn't act on it until I'm done with that. You looking kind of funny. I'm calling it out.
Yep.
Maybe we're wrong.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, prevention is the key to a lot of things, and
yeah, you can't prevent things when you react to everything all the time. There's got to be some proaction. When things don't smell right, investigate it. If things don't look right, find out what don't look right and why. But
it'd be nice if we could get to a place where we were as comfortable addressing that stuff as it develops as the people that do it are about doing it.
right.
It's like they have no problem with doing what they're doing, and that's their comfort level is there. Why can't our comfort level be you shouldn't be doing that? Why do we have to conform to their behavior? Why not make our world such that they are the exception and they are going to stand out, and that kind of stuff won't be tolerated? Just the thought.
That's what I was saying earlier. If someone breaks into your house, don't need no safe room. Shoot them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That solves it. That saves you a lot of money too.
Sure.
You could buy a $500 Glock. Pop a cap in his ass. I don't feel bad for people anymore. I'm done feeling bad for the bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm done. You do something stupid, you deserve what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Do you deserve to die? I don't know. But
depends what you did.
Break into someone's house, you get what you asked for.
Right.
So yeah, you deserve to die. If you die. If not, then you deserve to go to jail. You choose which way you're going to go out. Right? If you break into someone's home, you should be shot.
And you live with the consequences or die by them. Yes.
Yeah. I don't feel bad for you. Sorry about your luck.
So hey, next time ring the doorbell. Don't come, barging your way in.
Get a job. Do right by society. Do right by yourself. Sorry your parents were douchebags and didn't raise you right, but excuse time is over.
Right.
Quit talking to your parents because they ruined your life, letting you raise you to be a bad guy. But we're supposed to have pity and feel bad and give chance after chance. Nuh-uh. There's certain things you got to do if you want to be a productive citizen. And if you want to go robbing and stealing and hurting people, we don't have a use for you. Go away. That's what prisons are for. If you're lucky enough not to get shot and killed.
Right.
And I don't feel bad for you if you're mistreated in jail. You can take your human rights and shove them in your butt. You should have thought about that before you broke into someone's house or did whatever you did to go there.
Right. What about the human rights of the people that you violated,
Yep.
That's the whole thing about people screaming about rights that really, really gets me. It's like you're all happy and fine to scream about your own rights, but you don't give a hoot about the person that you're impeding on and endangering. And
Exactly. And then they go, well, there's always an excuse for them. No.
Right.
I don't care if you had a troubled childhood. You don't have the right to do that, to victimize someone. Your problem ain't my problem, Buster.
Right. No, you're right.
That's just...
And if it is a case of troubled youth or whatever it is, there's plenty of that out there. It's still, then let's address at least what the real problem is. You still do your punishment because you did what you did, but now let's get at why it happened and how do we fix that so that it's not something that you're going to be compelled to do another time.
There was a snowstorm about a month ago or so. And I was shopping at the grocery store and I was coming out and it was snowy and really bad out. And a young lady, probably mid-20s, was pushing a cart with food in it. And in the snow, she was in a big hurry, and in the snow, she dumped the cart over. She left all the food sitting there, laying there in the ground, and went to her car. I didn't know what was going on, so I went over, flipped the cart back over, started putting all of her food back in the bags because it was all over the snow-covered parking lot.
Right.
I picked it all up. I set it aside. One of the people that worked at the store was out there picking up carts or whatever, and they saw it, and they came over, and they thought it was my cart. And I said, no, it was this lady's, and I don't know what happened. So a minute or so later, she pulls up with her man in a minivan. He gets out. They're yelling and screaming and cussing and arguing. The kid's in the car. The dog jumps out of the van and starts running around. The lady's yelling at the dog. I'm yelling, don't yell at the dog. It's going to scare it. She breaks open the bread, rips open the loaf of bread, and starts getting the dog. The dog's there. She leaves the bread. They don't say thank you. They're bitching and yelling and screaming and complaining. They completely ignored me. They threw everything in the van and took off. And I thought, you know what? I should have stepped on your stuff. But I didn't. And I was like,
because that's not you. That's why.
You know, I'm just thinking, like you see somebody out there in a snowstorm picking up your food for you. You get out of the van, you start tossing it in the van. You don't even acknowledge I'm there.
Yeah.
Poor dog. The dog should have kept running.
And poor kids that were stuck in it. Yeah.
Ignorant people. And they're in their 20s. How dumb and how ignorant are they going to be when they're my age?
We'll see, won't we?
Oh, I could not imagine. I was just like, your parents must be ashamed of you. Well, I couldn't believe it. I'm just looking. I felt like when they drove off, I felt like giving them the middle finger. I wished bad on them. I'm like, I hope you run into something.
Right.
But I really don't wish that because the kid wasn't even seatbelted in.
True. Nope. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm a little surprised in a way that she didn't jump out sooner. But again, you said she left to go to the minivan or whatever, but that she would have accused you of trying to steal it or whatever. And when all you were trying to do was offer some assistance,
Right. Yeah, she would have been like, hey, go steal my stuff.
Right.
I'd have said, you know what? I would have not have been pleasant.
Oh, no. Me either. I said, you pick up your own crap and do it now. Yeah.
I can be a bitch. Once I'm finally done with you, I don't care what I say. I got a mouth on me.
No. Get out. No way.
Believe it or not.
I don't want to get on your bad side. So
I speak up. I don't have a good side, so.
Yes, you do.
I'm just kidding. All right, we're going to break. You're listening to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour on Hot 93.97. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Sapphire. When I'm in the Detroit, Michigan area, I always go to one of Detroit's premier LGBT bars, the Hayloft Saloon, where men meet men.
934.
Okay. Excellent. Let's see what I can do about the lighting in here. This place is driving me nuts.
934.
Okay. What is going on here?
Here comes more aggravation and the brand new week of stress. Monday sucks, Monday sucks, Monday sucks. Forever will it make you want to cry.
Everything all right over there? Oh man, it is Monday. I love a Monday. Nothing like a good Monday morning to get your week started off right. Oh, there's no way to start the week except for starting on a Monday, even though Sunday is the first day of the week officially. That would make it a little bit better for you, but no. All right, now it's time to get serious. Lady Gaga, Shawn Mendes, Blake Lively, Eminem, Kate Middleton, just a few people who have spoken about their experiences of being victims of bullying at school and the pain it caused them in childhood and carried on later in life. That's the thing we don't think of. Is it one of those things where, hey, it just builds character? Or is it really more harmful than that? So anybody who's been victimized by a bully understands, right, what these experiences can bring. The consequences don't stop when the bullying is done. It can linger for decades. It can change your life forever, right? It changes your mental health. It changes your physical health. You can get ill from it.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. No, you're right. And I mean, we hear it said that, words hurt, and it doesn't even have to be physical. It can be all psychological. The things you say and or choose to dwell on about somebody, they really take to heart. And yeah, it can take a long time to erase some of that, and some of it you don't. I mean, it's that it's that important to address,
People used to think bullying was normal behavior. And in some instances, they say it could even be a good thing. It builds character. But now we're starting to consider bullying behavior as something that is really harmful.
Mm-hmm.
There's bullying. I don't know that you can alleviate it. I don't know. There's teasing and then bullying. And bullying is severe.
Yeah.
Teasing is something I don't think we could ever get rid of, nor should we.
No, I mean, there's everybody faces a little adversity when it comes to being teased, or I mean, that in itself, I think maybe if there's something that builds character, maybe it's dealing with that. It kind of gets your psyche ready for other things that you're going to run into. But bullying sometimes gets physical, and that's really not good, obviously.
So there's no doubt bullying is a serious risk to mental health, especially for children, right? In the short term, but also in the long term. Elevated anxiety, depression, paranoid thinking. Some may stop and vanish after the bullying does stop, but many victims suffer from a higher risk of mental illness from the bullying.
I wonder if there's had to have been a study done. There's been a study done of everything, but I wonder how many bullies had been bullied before they started bullying because it's something that triggered in their head.
Right.
And they were, it was the survival kind of thing in their mind because they didn't want to deal with anymore what they were dealing with.
Right. So, well, yeah. Now, according to a recent paper in the Harvard Review of Psychiatry, a woman who has been bullied as a child is 27 times more likely to have panic disorder as a young adult.
Mm-hmm. It makes perfect sense, especially if it's gone on for any length of time. I think it's something, a one-time thing is one thing. If it's something that you had to deal with ongoing throughout your youth, it's ingrained in your head and your psyche.
And Greg Ostrander chimed in on our Facebook stream. I sang my heart out in boys' vocal music for 3 years. I always received A+. I was bullied so much, called a sissy, a queer, pushed around in the hallways.
Mm-hmm.
I never took vocal music again. What a shame. It is a shame because you take something that you love and now you can't do it. Singing has nothing to do with being a queer, sissy. I mean, but kids,
no,
we're taught that stuff.
Sure. And it's all about being cool and being with the in crowd, and the in crowd decides what's cool and what's not cool. And if you don't fit in, then you're always noticed and maybe short of targeted, but always separated from the rest. No, you're not part of our group. And some of that's bullying indirectly. I mean, that's indirect bullying. That's labeling people and deciding if they can or cannot associate in that. I mean, it's the longer it goes on, the more I think it treads on the line of bullying.
So 27 times more likely for a woman to have panic disorder as a young adult. Among men, childhood bullying results in an 18-fold increase in suicidal thoughts and action. So when you're bullying somebody, you may well be killing them.
Yeah, you're pushing them in the direction for sure. And more so than you realize. The bullying, the bully, like I said, if it was a case where they were bullied and they became a bully as a result, they may not even internalize that, what they're doing is that harmful. They don't make the connection that, well, how did I feel when this happened, when it happened to me? Right. So I'm going to go do it to someone else now. That, that connection doesn't get made, and that's too bad.
And if we thought about those things, we would not do it as much, I would think. But the world's ugly, though. I mean, people love to see others in pain, and it's sad, right?
I mean, if somebody's different than you and you don't like them for whatever reason, just leave them alone. Just go spend your time with those you do and what you do. There's no reason. You don't have to include everybody in everything all the time, but you don't have to make them feel bad about everything either.
Yeah. One kid was bullied so much in class. Every time he spoke up in class, kids would mock him. He quit talking in class. So now you can't even participate, right? Bullying has serious consequences for people's social lives. Many victims of childhood bullying find it harder to make friends later in life, and they're less likely to live with a long-term partner.
I can see that. No, but especially the longer it goes on too. Like we had said, it's one thing if it's a one person doing something and it happens a few times and it gets shut down. I don't think that's going to damage you for life. I think if you live with it every year and you become labeled and targeted as that person that can be bullied, then it's going to make a big dent in your head as far as your thought processes go and how you feel about yourself and the world and everything.
Kids who've been bullied interpret social relationships in a more threatening way.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look at things like, hey, I'm going to trust you until you give me a reason not to. No, they've been bullied and hurt and let down by humanity so many times at a young age that they go, you're probably just a butthole. I don't want to get to know you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not only that, there are academic and economic costs to being bullied. Bullying affects your grades, which in turn reduces your job prospects, which means you're more likely to experience financial instability and unemployment in your young adulthood and midlife.
Makes sense. It's a domino effect, sure.
Yep. So higher levels of inflammation. Inflammation of your body. It leads to elevated inflammation that can disrupt your immune system, contributes to the wear and tear on your organs that leads to diabetes, cardiovascular disease, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So sticks and stones can break your bones and names can hurt you.
Yeah.
And
right.
it's up to the parents to teach the kids that bullying is wrong. Nobody likes to feel inadequate. Why? It's considered normal for kids to bully a little bit and harass each other, but there has to be an end point.
Mm-hmm.
A 12-year-old child took his life not that long ago. Hung himself. Imagine walking in, finding your 12-year-old child hanging in a room from bullying. He didn't make it. They had to he was on life support. They said their goodbyes, took him off life support, and had to say goodbye to their 12-year-old child because he killed himself from being bullied. Oh, makes me sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's something that, there's on both sides of the coin. It's obviously the bully and the parents of the bully that are not involved enough to stop it. And if there's maybe not as much being seen or addressed by the parents of the victim either, and that's in part, it's not to blame them, but they may not be aware of a lot of it if the kid doesn't talk about it. You notice things about your kid, how they behave and how they act. Why is he being this way or that way? Or why is she, all of a sudden not the happy kid she was a month ago, but you really got to drill into them and try to find out what's going on. And if you don't, you just figure, well, it's just a phase, you've got to have that communication at least to be able to infer some of it and maybe pick up on it. And
a lot of times the bullies are talked to about it and the people don't get enough done. They don't do enough. The schools don't do enough or whatever. And it ends up someone gets hurt.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's got to be more addressing it more thoroughly on all angles. It's the bully is one thing, the parents of the victim and the system, the school system, and that which is supposed to be protecting is another thing. All sides have a role to play, and not everybody always does it properly or, to their best.
Bullying doesn't just end in school either, right?
No.
But we, as adults, like if you work in a school, I don't care if you're a janitor, you work in the cafeteria, you've got to have an eye for bullying, right? And we have to know it needs to be stopped. It's easy to spot. It's very easy to spot. But be proactive. Don't wait for it to come up, right? Make it part of your normal conversation, right? How was school today? And all that's great. How was things with your friends? Are you having any troubles? Because they'll probably go, oh, no, but there's this one kid, and he always makes fun of me. And then those matter. Every time a child complains about that, it needs to be looked into, even if it seems real trivial. Right? Talk to the teacher. I don't care if your kid's a straight A student and never has any trouble. Parent-teacher conferences are for everybody. Go to the school. Be seen. Know what's going on.
For sure. Absolutely. And like you said, no point necessarily too small. And if your kid sees that you're that interested and invested in it, that if they bring it to you that you're going to do something, they're a lot more likely to bring it to you. And it's a lot likely to not escalate that far because there'll be some earlier interventions and involvement, even if it's not totally solved. It gives, I would think, that kid enough confidence to feel like, well, I've got people on my side, Whereas I think when you're bullied and that, you feel like nobody's on your side and you're just going to have to sit there and take it,
Mm-hmm. Adults are the role models to create the environment that
Mm-hmm.
children feel safe and can flourish.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Very clear. One thing to point out: listen thoroughly to the child. Keep your emotions in check as you're listening to the child. As the caregiver, as the adult,
Mm-hmm.
avoid making hasty suggestions of how the child can deal with the problem, since this can sometimes create the sense that the victim is somehow to blame for their experience.
Right.
Right? Well, I wouldn't take that, just punch him in the mouth. No. I should not be put in a place to have to do that.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. And I think, again, the fact that you allow the kid to, even if you have to kind of pry it out of them without them really knowing it, by asking certain questions and keying in on certain things, once they get that you're connected and you're willing to act on it, then they're a lot more likely to provide a whole lot more information. A whole bunch of stuff may start spilling out because they know that they've got your ear and you've got their back. So
yeah. It starts with the parents. It starts with adults. And it's all of our problem because life is too short. We're supposed to be happy, right? Life is not supposed to be some chore.
Right.
I mean,
but see, we don't learn that until we get older and older. And the more we've lived life and the more we've been through crap, we learn what matters and what doesn't matter. When you're young like that, you haven't been exposed to so many things. Your focus is you are the most important focus of your thinking. What about me? Kids can be very selfish sometimes, and it's just, they don't know, they haven't experienced things. And unfortunately, it takes us a long time to learn, and like you said, that's why these things can go on for a lifetime. They'll be, in their 30s and 40s and still feeling the way they did when they were 10 years old on the playground being beaten up,
I mean, we all have it. Childhood things impact who we are. I know for me, I remember kids should be seen and not heard. And I always felt that what I had to say wasn't that important anyway. So, it's very easy in a crowd of people to not be heard. It's just safer that way.
Sure.
And but if you're taught, like I taught my children, you have a voice. You have a train of thought. Let's hear what you have to say. They'd use that against me, right? They'd come up to me when I'd say, you got to clean your bedroom, and they'd give me a whole list of reasons why they shouldn't have to. And it was letting them express themselves and then be like, well, I understand what you're saying, but you still got to clean your room. But we never did I'm your mom because I said so. We never did that.
Yeah.
Very rarely is that a good excuse. Now, for safety, right? Don't jump out the window onto the mattress that your friend put out there because I said so.
Right.
But when you're sitting there trying to teach a child to have a voice, shutting them down is not the answer.
No. And I think if you do it right, then you get to that point, like you said, where they give you a whole list of reasons why not, because they're comfortable enough doing so, and they've also thought about it. And so you're engaging them in thought and in presentation, and presenting themselves and their ideas in that too. So then it seems like a pain in the butt at the moment for the parent, but at the same time, they've put an environment there that's great for the kid.
Yeah. And it's something that it's one of those things that what can we do? You can't be there for all of it.
Right. Well, that's
but
it.
It is. It's up to the adults in the room
Mm-hmm.
especially in a school or a academic environment like that, or even after school environment.
Yeah.
It's
Well, no, and
important
it's
for coaches
totally,
and
and
parents.
nobody's going to
everybody
catch
be on
everything all
board.
the time. I'm sorry, I was stepping all over you there.
That's okay.
No, I said nobody's going to catch everything all the time. None of us are
Right.
perfect. We're, but collectively, if we did a 90%, sorry, in school, 90% was still an A. So if we could catch things and be focused and aware a lot more, we could relieve a lot more of what was going on, which would also free up resources to those that really needed it, the 10% that we weren't catching,
Mm-hmm.
to help them even more. So it's all easy to say, and until mindsets change and until behavior changes, nothing changes. So we can sit here and analyze it all day long, and we'll get off the air and it'll be the same old.
Yeah. It just so happens that today is National Common Courtesy Day.
I saw that.
So, I mean,
And even
common
if
courtesy goes a long way to not bully people.
well, sure. And even if common courtesy is just silence, if you don't like something, you don't have to speak against it. You don't have to push that negativity out there. You can just remain neutral. You're not doing any damage. It's what you don't, what you don't say can't get you in trouble.
Right. And if you don't want to do help, just don't do harm.
Right. Exactly.
All right, let's see where we at. Dang. Do you have birthdays up by chance?
I do have birthdays up by chance.
Oh,
Let's see. What do we got here today? Matthew Broderick's birthday is today.
Okay.
Matthew Broderick is 60 today.
Wow.
Incredible.
Football player Adrian Peterson's birthday is today.
Yes.
Fun-sized Yaya is celebrating a birthday today.
Fun size Yaya. Who is that?
Yeah. AKA Little Spinner. No.
I'm sorry, I've never heard of. But happy birthday, just the same.
Rosie O'Donnell celebrating a birthday today. I wonder if her and Trump are going to go out to dinner.
Oh, probably. They're probably both feeling bullied anyway. And so, they can support each other.
The late Eddie Money rock singer birthday would have been today.
Right. Yeah. I see that. What else is happening here?
That's all I'm
trying to jump down the page a little bit real quick. No, there's not too many. Singer Russell Tompkins of the Stylistics is 71. Some good old school tunes.
All right.
Back in the day stuff. No, I'm not seeing a whole lot else here in major notable names. A lot of nice folks. Happy birthday to them all.
Well, yep. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Now, word of the day.
Phytophilus.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's not one you're going to work in real easy today. I just grabbed it. The list popped up and I grabbed the first one that I could say and give a definition for. Phytophilus. Phyto. Phyto. Philus. Phil. Phil. O-U-S. It's being fond of plants on this first week of spring.
Oh, perfect word for that.
Phytophilus. So instead of being out there misbehaving and bullying and stuff, be Phytophilus and the world would be a better place. We'd solve a lot of green issues. We'd solve a lot of psychological issues.
Hey, nature is a soother.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Yeah, it's just quiet. And like they say, if you need a radio on the beach, you're missing the point of the beach. Which I understand music, so don't get me wrong. But there's also a time and a place. Like we said earlier, there will be times when you want to hear the beach and the water. There'll be times when you want to hear music. You might be in a partying mood.
Yeah, well, and if you're having a beach party, go to the beach party. But if you're just going to go sit on the beach and enjoy the silence, do that too.
Yeah.
And you'll get the sound of what you're supposed to be getting, the beach with the water waves, the bird, the seagulls,
Stop and smell the roses. Stop and listen to the water and the beaches and
Sure.
just sitting out back listening to just the world go by. You don't even have to go far. You can just sit out back and just,
Right.
I love where we're at. We got squirrels and birds and possums and rabbits and everything.
Sure. Oh no, one of my very favorite things, is a very calming thing, is first thing in the morning, like before everybody's up, sun's just coming up, grab the cup of coffee and just go sit on the chair on the patio and just listen to the silence in the neighborhood and
The world
look
coming
at
to
what's
life.
around you. And yeah, absolutely. You see things you wouldn't see any other time
Yep.
and you chill out, and it's a wonderful thing.
All right, that does it for us for the day. Thank you for letting us in your house, car, or wherever you were listening or watching. We appreciate everybody who watches and or listens. And remember, opinions are a dime a dozen. Validation is for parking, and loyalty is not a word. It's a lifestyle. Life is too short to put your key to happiness in someone else's pocket or down the front of their pants, because they might have had those fly down and your key to happiness falls out of their zipper.
And then you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
There you go.
That's why that guy's mustache smelled funny.
Oh my.
Oh boy. In a world where we can be anything, be kind. We have no idea what a kind word or a friendly smile can do to impact someone's day, maybe even change their life. No bullying. Until Wednesday, I'm Sapphire Pates.
And I'm just Bob.
We're out of here. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yo, man. Yo, open up, man. What do you want, man? Nothing, just caught me. It's a little cat.
There's that. Let's see. You working today?
I'm working, but not until 6.
Oh, nice.
So I got a short shift today, and then I got a regular shift tomorrow. But then I have, get this, I think it's the first time since I've worked at CVS without putting in for vacation. I get a 3-day weekend just by scheduling.
Really?
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So you can betcha I'll be at Mexican Monday.
Awesome.
Before 3 or before 4, my usual time.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Absolutely. Well, we're talking about if we're going to do something this weekend, if we're going to even go somewhere overnight or something. Just to
cool.
do something different just because,
Yeah.
I don't know if we will or not, but
Yeah.
we'll
All
see.
right.
Definitely something. What are you doing?
Well, today, I'm not sure what I'm doing today. I'm hoping to go play pool later at the hayloft, but
Okay.
it depends if Casey and Andrew and them are going up there or not.
Right.
Other than that, I'm not sure right now.
I should go there right. Well, see, right when they open, not many people are there though. But that's it. I mean, I have to be out the door by 3:15. So
Yeah.
even if they open at 2, there's not a whole lot happening the first hour. So you're kind of sitting there by yourself talking to the bartender.
Right. Which is okay sometimes.
I would say, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just if you're looking to talk to anybody or see people you haven't seen, that's probably not the time to do it.
Right. All right. We're going to end the broadcast. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.
Yeah.
And we're out.
Have a great one.